kids these days and their crazy language, am I right? Hello everybody, Mr. Moo here in the cockpit, here in Elite Dangerous, here in Glidden Enterprise in the lovely scenic Narvert system, as always. Oh, good Thursday to everybody. Also, let's see here, quick shout-outs. Hardcore, thank you so much for the viewer, and for the hosting, I should say, and Budman, thank you so much for the 100 bits. What are we going to do today? Hardcore, that was fun. Been beating the purple wangs hard all night long. Look, buddy, this ain't your personal erotica site. Or maybe it is, in which case... so what are we doing today before I get distracted by something shiny and go completely off the rails? Well, we are heading for HIP 5881 to see just how much we can, well, hurt the Narvert Purple Power Solutions group. Well, maybe not hurt them directly, but maybe help out everybody but them. Let's find out what happens and go from there. Actually, may as well just direct link to the station. Lights on?
Lights on.
Thank you. As always, I've got an Alex in my ears, a Hank at my... Where is he? Well, I've got a spaceship cat or two around. Gear up.
Retracting landing mode.
You are clear to leave.
Initiate jump sequence on my mark.
Okay.
Mark.
Hyperspace jump engaging.
You are clear of the station. Have a safe trip, Commander.
Big things happening in Elite. More Thargoid attacks. 2 more stations got hit. Right, I'm direct link to the station. I made sure to do that beforehand. Looking like hardcore. It looks like the next step of the plan would be to work with them and see if we can't drive 5881, or drive Narvert Purple Power Solutions out of the system. Let me double check on that. I think it's... yeah, Narvert Purple Power Solutions, and oh look! They're at war. How unfortunate. They're at war with the 5881 Freedom Party, and it looks like the Freedom Party could use a hand. Okay, new plan. New plan, we need a change of clothes. Ravenhawk Gaming, hey there! How you doing? Hoping you're having a good day. Good evening. You're in the UK, right? Trying to remember, I think you are. So in which case, hope you're having a good evening. Hooray, I'm not crap at remembering things. Well, most of the time. Ish. Esque. So, our immediate concern is see if we can't help out 5881 party. Well, that was easy enough to figure out how we can hurt Purple Power Solutions. Always nice when you have your, have your goals laid out ahead of you like that. So with Caleri Port nearby, and without having to worry about the kill warrant scanner, and just needing to take out a whole bunch of targets fairly quickly, I think we're going to do away with the fixed gun practice for the day, and just go straight up hurting bombs. That means we're going back to the multi-cannon build on the Nightsaber. All the engineered gimbaled multi-cannons that I've got set up. Request docking?
Asking now.
This is an independent star system, Commander. Request docking permission prior to touching down. Access granted. Set down on landing pad 4-5.
Copy 4-5. Gear down.
Lowering landing gear.
Touchdown confirmed. Docking system engaged.
There we go. I'm pretty sure we can lay down some hurt with this.
Shields offline.
Alright, we'll go with the regen beam laser. Swappity, swappity, swappity. Right. So we're swapping out the two upper multi-cannons for the corrosives. And I know I only need the one, but sometimes it only wants to fire off one of them for whatever reason. Angling. This thing's still got a pretty big schnoz in the way. Oh, howdy, Hank. There you are, buddy. Hardcore, you know why the purple power solution's purple, right? It's because we love strangling those guys. I'll keep that theory in mind. Okay, beam laser set to trigger 1. Triggered. We are good.
Please follow standard operating procedures and request docking permission before entering the start.
Gear up.
Restrict speed until
Gear
clear of
up.
the station perimeter.
No, hardcore. Choking is what happens when you eat a pretzel too fast. What the word you're looking for is strangulation. Learned that one from Borderlands 2. Because Handsome Jack is very, very particular about his wording.
Commander.
Then again, seeing the way PPS treats their colonists, I'm kind of wondering if he's not in charge of the place. We'll get sat down at Colary Port, see if there's any missions going on here. Budman, so the BGS goal is to get control of more stations, or to get more control of more stations, that's the words I'm looking for. Be to let a controlling faction get close to you in status so it triggers a war. That is correct. If you can beat the controlling faction in a war, you get... Well, if you can beat any faction other than the controlling faction, you get their stuff. If you beat the controlling faction, I believe you get control of the system and the primary starport. At least that's the way it's been explained to me, and it's probably going to get explained to me again a few other ways in the comments, unless I'm right. You know, first time for everything and all that. In this case, though, we are doing the opposite. We aren't trying to win a war for control, we're trying to win a war here to shove another faction out. In this case, Purple Power Solutions in HIP 5881. If we can shove them out and stick them into a retreat state, that opens up a slot, shall we say, in which we can come into this system and become a faction. Okay, so we do have high-intensity combat zones around. Good. I don't know if I'd call it war by proxy. We're more mercenary than anything at the moment, or at least in this case. Air Trigger, what's the ultimate goal? Total domination? No. Honestly, I'd just like another system with a good-sized starport. We've got Glidden Enterprise, which, you know, great station, great location. But hoping for something with a little bit more variety to it, and Kaleri Port has, you know, it's a nice-looking station. But no, we aren't going for universal domination or anything. Yet. That may be a bit down the road. Honestly, at the moment, the ultimate goal is practice. And yes, Kaleri's local primary is very pretty. Copy 3-7. You're down?
Down and...
Be nice to see my character show up in Power Play one day. Oh, I don't think I could... No. No. I'm not interested in Power Play. I don't want to conquer the universe. Besides, have you seen the other major powers in Power Play? Why would I want to... Ugh. Just get the urge to choke slam Patrias every time I see him.
Welcome to this starport. Check the wide array of services we offer and enjoy your stay at our facilities.
What would my custom weapon be if I were in Power Play? Oh boy.
To respond to aggressive actions. For peace of mind,
Homing plasma, ice rails, super cool railguns. Magma cannon. Good question. I have to think about that one. In the meantime, 5881 Freedom Party is in a lousy state. They're just offering assassination missions and not very high at that, so...
you'll need to exit the bay and resubmit a docking request.
Well, let's go out and make a mess. You're up.
Retracting landing gear.
Take care with leaving station.
Ship paralyzing electric whip? Now that's just getting silly. Although, if they could figure out a way to do it, I wouldn't mind ECM limpets. Yeah, hair trigger, an EMP limpet. Something like that, that attaches to the hull, and it just, you know, scrambles the systems for a certain amount of time. Like the, oh, what were they? The plasma leaders from Gundam series. A Class 8 fighter hangar that could deploy 3 fighters. Counter-proposal. A smaller fighter hangar that could only deploy 1 fighter and only had something like 2 or 3 reloads on it. Or, alternately, energy-based multi-cannon, that's what thermal rounds are for. Alternately, a weapon drone limpet. If I'm thinking Gundam, then let's do something with funnels or bits. So, pulse laser limpets. Mr. Supersonic, there is the feedback cascade experimental effect. It's true. No, it doesn't reboot the system. It just shuts down the shield cell bank if you hit them. No, hardcore. This is a weapon drone. This would be like a limpet that has a laser built into it. So it can zip around like a little, almost like a Thargon. Weapons.
Configuring for attack.
Under attack.
Alicor's, good evening. There is an experimental weapon that does that. I think it's the scramble spectrum on either pulse or burst lasers. It's got a chance to trigger random malfunctions. You just don't know what it is. Yeah, EMP limpets aren't bad, but I kind of like that weapon platform limpet better. Alicor's, yeah, I'm taking the Doom Taxi out to 5881 to beat up on Purple Power Solutions. Set 3-2.
Powering and deploying
Target
weapons.
shields online. Target shields offline.
Oh, agreed, Budman. That bigger data storage cannot get here fast enough. Along with the increased module storage. Then again, I hate throwing anything away. So just out of curiosity, let's see what we've got here set up right now. 5881 Freedom Party is at 2% and on the decline. Balance.
Power balanced.
Weapons.
Diverting power to weapons.
And one command ship. You know, for a high-intensity combat zone, this isn't feeling terribly high intensity. There you are. Split 2-3.
Diverting power to requested systems.
Well, he just ate dual rail guns. Looked like you liked him much either. Alright, who's got the fighter? You. Weapons.
Transferring power to weapons.
Set 3-2.
All power to weapons.
Balance.
Equalizing now.
Set 3-2.
Power to weapons.
Target shields online.
So I hope everybody's been having a good day. It is damn near the weekend already. Time flies when you got a bunch of appointments to attend. Weapons.
Power to weapons.
Oh yeah, Mr. Headsworth, I couldn't handle my power management without it anymore. That, and if I had to reach up to hit my keyboard, I would probably end up bouncing my hand off the microphone just the way I've got the arrangement set up, so you just hear thump, 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 and that's no fun. I did have to do some tweaking, though, because split power between weapons and shields just doesn't have the same ring to it as split 1-3.
Redistributing.
Much faster. Weapons.
All power to weapons.
Can't use voice attack because you prefer buttons? Fair. I actually have a bunch of backup controls set up too, just in case. But the hands-free option is very helpful when I'm casting. Well, that's why it was nice to use a HCS pack, because it pretty much was self-binding. I just had to, do some tweaks here and there. Stop dancing around so I can clobber you. Ah, you lead on your Xbox. Gotcha. Yeah, and I don't think that Xbox is going to get any kind of... Well, I take that back. Meow absolutely hates the voice commands that were available on Xbox, because every time she was playing Mass Effect, and I said something even remotely sounding like cool or whatever, it would switch the ammo on her guns at just the perfectly wrong moment. Quinzilla, I see you got your hurt stick out tonight. Yep, a veritable brand new dimensions of pain. A rainbow of pain. A painbow, if you will. Seriously, stop face-hugging me, you jerk. Pain of doom. And we seem to have a lot of things of doom. Not that I'm complaining, mind you. Oh, hello. Gretel, hey there! Pull up a seat. Enjoy the stay. And, yeah. Don't mind the peanut gallery, they're always a little off. Having an argument with an Amazon? Death by snoo snoo. Wait. I may be misthinking this. Flinzilla, my HMS Aardvark is currently running all plasma accelerators. What would you recommend, PAs or rails? I'm a fan of both. If you can pull lead on the target, then plasma accelerators are great. And if all you can do is just hold track with them, hold steady, then the rails are great. And I fully intend to load up both on my Chieftain when it comes out. Gretel, are you trying to get our rep up in Wang? No, I am, at the moment, trying to hurt Narvert Purple Power Solutions in HIP 5881. Because if we can drive them out of the system, that opens up a gap that we may be able to exploit and expand into 5881. Suddenly, Conda. And then, if we get our foot in the door at 5881, we got Caleri Port.
Target shields.
Mr. Supersonic, I'm not gonna hurt you, I'm just gonna bash your brains in. You know. Details, details, details. I want to know who the little jerk is that keeps smacking me with railguns. I think I just found him. It would be you! Stop that. Stop that now. Athador, thank you so much for the host. How's the ratting going, my friend? Oh, it's not just a host, it's a raid. Gretel, farming wake exceptions in a very fast Eagle. How fast is very fast? Are we talking Imperial Eagle? Super modified normal Eagle? Up to 110 rescues. Well done. Set 3-1. And we are Winchester on 2 of the multi-cannons, which is probably a good indicator that time to head back to Caleri and rearm. Is that 2-1?
Diverting power to engines.
Target destroyed.
Well, thank you for those kind words, Athador. Gretel, super modified normal Eagle going north of 700. That's what I like to hear. I love being able to crank up the speed on those normal Eagles. They've got the maneuverability that it's that... I really like Eagles. I am disappointed that the Imperial Eagle gave up so much maneuverability in favor of speed. Alicorns, we're all good folks. Just don't listen to Moo when someone says free conda at Hutton Orbital. And Athador, remember to stop streaming this time so I shouldn't be asleep at the sticks. Always good to hear. So what did we make that little excursion? Well, nearly 1 million credits. Combat bond, that's not bad. But yeah, it just made me so sad when the Imperial Eagle came out. I was hoping for, you know, to keep the maneuverability and just have a bigger gun on it. Athador, if you ask nicely, Moo might break out the battle hauler. Not today. At least, not right now. We're just doing our best to hurt Purple Power Solutions here in HIP 5881. Yeah, it's called, what is it called? Elite Track. It's still a little iffy when it comes to exploration, and I am way overcooking this approach. But the other stuff seems to work out well. I just need to switch it over from missions to combat mode. There we go. Thargoids, 50 light years away. Expect them in the bubble next week. Well, that's a pleasant thought now, isn't it? Riku, 07 to you, and Alicorse, free Amazon Prime for another month. Victory is yours. I have no victory here. I have a Hank. He's kind of victorious. iMage, that also implies maybe an update next week. Possibly. Unless they take a 2-week break like they did over New Year's. Apparently the Thargoids celebrate New Year's. Who knew? Oh dear. The way they left my parcel today is quite ridiculous.
Zorgan Peterson, Kilo, Yankee, Lima, please comply with all regulatory protocols before commencing docking procedures, Commander.
Zorgan Peterson, Kilo, Yankee, Lima, request docking clearance.
Contacting docking control.
Right, manual it is.
Docking request approved. Land on designated pad number 30.
Copy 30. Gear down.
Gear down.
Riku, did my sub go through? I am not seeing it here on the notes. Oh wait, it did? Okay. Let's refresh this and see what happens.
Enjoy your stay at our facility, Commander.
See, I always wondered, did you put the entire request docking line into voice attack? Kinda, sorta. It existed already under the Alex profile. All I did was tweak it and add in some more commands. That's a very good question, Riku. I am not seeing it. So let's refresh the Streamlabs. That's a very good question. Where is the sub celebration? There should be a celebration for Riku.
We request that pilots avoid blocking access to docking pads.
There we go.
There's my share.
Thank you so much for the subscription, officially. Love and hype in the chat for Riku Clayton, please. See, that, I thought I would choke on Lakon. No, well, it chokes on Gutamaya and Falcon DeLacy. You have to phonetically spell those out. Yeah, we're down a little bit on ammo. Our fines, a couple of bounty vouchers. Combat bond, that's what we're looking for. So no, the request docking is the usual command, and I just went in and added in my own command string with a bunch of variables, including, you know, all I need is my call sign, and then the ship, you know, whatever ship build it is. And good afternoon, Vox. Hope you're doing all right. Having a good day.
You'll need to exit the bay and resubmit a docking request.
Alicors, check my link 1 second. Gear up.
Landing gear up.
Alright, let's see this link here. Do scrollity up, scrollity up, scrollity up. There we go.
You've now exceeded the no fire zone. Have a good flight, Commander.
What in the actual? That I... Huh. That's quite the delivery. And yeah, Ursula? I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I feel more confident doing this because right now I'm only streaming in solo. I mean, when I'm actually sharing the sandbox with other kids, I tend to play a little bit nicer when it comes to landings and takeoffs. At least, you know, a little less hooning around. In solo, nobody hears your screams and explosions? Oh no, in solo everybody hears it. It's just I don't inconvenience anybody but an NPC. I've done a 300 meters per second dock only once when I had illicit cargo. I accidentally did a 700 meters per second dock once, but that's because I accidentally hit the booster on that Imperial courier at the perfectly wrong moment. Really screwed up that landing. Then again, I screwed it back down, so, you know, all good. Alicors, I am finding the link! You mean I forgot to throw that one down the memory hole? Damn. Ah, the missing link. Didn't know you streamed in addition to YouTube, so shoot, I've got more streamers to follow. Sorry? Have we helped out the faction at all? No, they're still at 2% and on the downslide. Gretel, having trouble with my brand new Conda. It's so big, keep hitting every part of the mail slot. Oh, what are they gonna do? Get in your way? Stop you? No. Weapons.
Max weapons.
Well, this is where it'd be nice to have my feedback cascade going. But you can't get that on multi-cannons, and probably for good reason. Oh, no, 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 no. I guess yes.
Under attack.
What control setup do you use? I use a whole bunch of stuff. It should be listed on my Twitch page as well, but long story short, I've got a Thrustmaster Warthog, CH Pro pedals, and Track IR. Do I not stream to YouTube? No, I don't. I archive my Twitch broadcasts. They're on YouTube. A day after. Okay, seriously. Stop firing that shield cell bank, and let me blow you up. Stop firing off that chaff crap. Could potentially bring more to the channel, that's true. But I figure if I archive my Twitch streams, then we're all good. Well, not necessarily, Alicors. I mean, YouTube has been doing some pretty good work with streaming as well, but I don't know, they're a little bit more fickle, a little bit more finicky. I want to see how their ad stuff kind of... I don't know, I want to see how it plays out before I commit to streaming with them. I'm gonna run out of ammo just trying to blow this guy up. Oh, come on, little... Obviously, we need more firepower. Scratch that. Obviously, he needs less power plant. Well, now that I've gone through all of my ammo just trying to blow up one ship.
Target destroyed.
Set 2-1.
Power diverted to engines.
So much chaff. Weapons.
Powering and deploying weapons.
Yeah, that's why I've stuck with gimbals for so long, because you know, they can do the fine targeting that, you know, as long as there isn't, you know, chaff-apocalypse or, you know, chaff-a-palooza. Alicors, thank you so much for the 200 bits. Let's say. Give me a second to give that a read. At my last 200 bits. Oh, well, thank you so much. Split 3-2.
Redistributing power.
Fine, we'll throw some more into the engines and actually just outmaneuver.
Under attack.
I mean, I've been trying to practice with more fixed guns, but the lure of gimbals is difficult to get away from. Weapons.
Power diverted to weapons.
Warning. Impulse attack. Trajectory disruption.
Al, of course, only going to spend the money on food anyway. Who needs food? Well, I want my viewers to have food. Then they can give more bits later. You know, it's like that Maximum Mercenaries. Give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. Take a man's fish away and tell him he's lucky you don't take anything else, and he'll find a way to give you another fish tomorrow. Been tempted to get a sim pit like that because having my HOTAS up on my desk isn't great. As a alternate solution, and a much cheaper one, I might add. Take this guy out quick. If you can find something like a... There we go. Goodbye, power plant. If you can find something like a Visa pattern pole mount, you can mount it to, if you have the properly shaped chair, you can mount it to the front. Let me try to find a description of what I mean.
Shields offline.
Huh. There go my shields. How about that? Set 2-1.
Transferring power to engines.
No, no, no. If I can get clear of this guy, I can get my shields back in a second. Actually, let's just jump real quick. Alright, well the shields are coming back. Let me see if I can find what I mean here. There we go. So that's what I used for quite a while. Had my own little HOTAS chair set up. I only switched it around because then I got rudder pedals, and rudder pedals and a swivel chair, those two things interact kind of strangely. Weapons.
Transferring power to weapons.
Warning. Impulse attack. Trajectory disruption.
Everybody and their mother using shield cell banks these days, I tell you. Stop that. Yeah, SCB's on on a vulture. So apparently he had power to spare somehow. I think he was cheating. Yeah, I love my little vulture too. But it is always running on the edge of shutdown. Alright, Viper, now you're just trolling me. Let's see here. Do I have the ammo? I should have the ammo for that. Especially if I do something stupid. Set 1-2.
All power to shields.
Aw, I was gonna nose boop him. Oop.
Under attack.
Yeah, G1 overcharge is almost mandatory for vultures. Weapons.
Max weapons.
We know how this song and dance goes.
Temperature critical.
Set 1-2.
Power diverted to shields.
Almost had it. Weapons. And he's back to that. I'm not going to be able to take out those. Not going to be able to take out those shields. So you know? Set 2-1.
Max engines.
Maybe it's time to switch it up a little bit. Budman, we all catch the sim pit bug. I've been casting an unholy eye towards the 85 Pontiac Fiero in my garage. If you turn that into a cockpit, that would be pretty epic. I will admit. Like I said, I think that Niao and I are actually attempting to build a Python in the living room. Alicors, what did I miss? You missed me grumbling at shield cell banks, so we're gonna go with something a little bit more robust. Engines.
Max engines.
That's not a grumble, that's a sigh. See? There you go. No, not a battle keelback. Mostly I want to get my HOTAS at my sides instead of up on my desk. That's all. For now. That's always how it starts. I share the story a lot, but, you know, actually with Valentine's Day just behind us and our 10-year anniversary coming up, all I wanted was just something, you know, a good set of sticks and a place to put them. That's all. Then I learned about power grid, so then I put up a little tablet mount, so I had an MFD. So I was running power grid off of a tablet mounted on my desk. Well, then I needed a little extra side keyboard. Well, then I got my hands on Track IR. Then I finally just said screw it after my fifth HOTUS crapped out on me. Something like that. So I ended up picking up this sim pit, putting it together, and Meow gets home from work one day and just stares. I thought I was dead. She had me dead to rights. And she looks at it, and she looks at me, and she says, "I'm mad, but only because I don't have one." And the heavens opened up, and holy light shone down, and I said, "Let's fix that." So now we've got side-by-side sim pits. Yep, that's what I thought. Keep her. Hi, Mage. The heavens opening up is usually not a good sign. Well, you know, it depends on what they're opening up with. Gear down.
Deploying gear.
Yeah, Gretel, we've got our journal files set up on a combined on a shared drive. So if she's exploring, or if I'm exploring, the other one can load up ED Discovery and scan the journal files from their machine. So then the other one takes the co-pilot seat in the ASP Explorer and reads out the planetary data while the other one's flying. So obviously we need a little bit more firepower to take care of federal corvettes that may be in the site and their shield cell banks. Cassia, you are up and in the cockpit. "28 stored ships, my god." I got bored. I started collecting. Gear up.
Landing gear
Ship
raised.
detach complete. Watch for oncoming traffic when passing through the airlock.
Lights on.
Lights on.
Based out of Fulham for the time being. Good place. Good people.
Speed restrictions are now lifted. Flight control.
Mr. Supersonic. I've got 10 ships, but 3 of them are the Federal ships, so it's more like 7. Oh, I don't know. Those are all pretty varied and impressive ships.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Crazy. How so? I've got the super tuned Sidewinder because balls. I've got the Mauler Hauler, which I go anaconda hunting. Okay, that was on a dare, I have to say. I was dared to make a hauler that I could hunt anacondas in. So I tuned that thing up like crazy. And then I stuck a railgun on it because railgun on a hauler, why not? There's a couple of Cobra 3s, damn Yankees and fucking Mets. Let's see. Federal assault ship, Federal gunship, no drop ship, Imperial Eagle, regular Eagle, Diamondback Scout, that's my stealth, my experimental stealth build, Diamondback Explorer, that's my... I don't even know why I have that. I think I was going to attempt to play with, you know, the dual mediums and the large hardpoint on. Just so I could say, screw you, Federal rank grind. Good on you. Your PC crashed? Well, that's no good. Welcome back? Yeah, well, obviously, welcome back. Unless you're on Twitch Mobile, in which case you have my condolences. You're on Twitch Mobile, you have my condolences. Oh. I think I threw a Federal gunship together to see whether I could build something equivalent to a Huey Cobra or an AH-64 Apache. Which mobile works, sort of. Yeah, there's lots of things that work, sort of. So if you're coming in too hot, if you can target just blank space, that sometimes just slows you down way faster than anything else. I was going to overshoot this conflict zone until I did that.
Roger that. Fighter is going live.
Weapons.
Multiple targets to choose from, Commander. We'll take them one at a time.
Attack mode.
Engage when ready.
Ready and waiting, Commander. I'm on the lookout, Commander. Scanning for contacts.
Target ship is offline.
Enemy is eliminated, Commander.
Meanwhile, at Core Dynamics needs more DACA! You know, they're not wrong.
Target ship is offline.
I like that Orky flowchart that I've seen. Is there enough DACA? Yes, no. If no, you is mucking about.
Enemy has opened up. My ship is hit. Need assistance immediately. Hull at 50%. I need help out here. Fighter is destroyed, Commander. We didn't stand a chance out there.
Well, pull another fighter off the rack and get back out there.
Roger that. Fighter is going live. Multiple targets to choose from, Commander. We'll take them one at a time.
Yeah, I believe Narvik
Fighters
Purple Power
online.
Solutions is
Ready for
associated with the Federation. So they've basically called in some favors and screamed, "Hep." Attack mode.
Position for attack.
Responding to orders, Commander. Weapons engaged.
You know what? I'm tired of trying to turn fight a vulture. Or a viper. Attack my target.
Weapons free.
I
Engage
hear
the
you loud
target.
and clear. Moving to
Let's find
attack
something a
position.
little bit more in my
Enemy
size
down.
range. This ain't it. Is that 2-1?
All power to engines.
Weapons. Attack my target.
Power. Weapons free.
Point me at them, Commander. I'll do the rest.
Trajectory disruption.
Alright, Alcors, take care. Have a good day. Attack my target.
Eliminate the threat.
Order confirmed. Engaging target.
While the fighter's taking care of that vulture, I will take on this Asp Scout because, well, Asp Scout.
Under attack.
So, Set 3-1.
Power diverted to weapons.
Enemy has opened up. My ship is hit. Need assistance immediately.
Oh, you've still got shields and you're in a Taipan.
My shields are out. I need to make evasive maneuvers, Commander. I need your help up here, Commander. Hull status critical. I don't have much time left.
Oh, I
Roger
know.
that. Fighter is going live.
Set 2-1.
Multiple targets to
Power
choose from,
to
Commander.
engines.
We'll take them one at a time. Fighter is online. Ready
Weapons.
for action.
All power to weapons.
Target shield is offline.
Enemy is eliminated, Commander.
Oh, thank you so much for the follow, and please let me know how to pronounce that. Ursula? I'm hoping it's, you know, Ursula with more E in it, but I am probably totally wrong on that.
Redirect your fire at the enemy, Commander. I'm not here for target practice.
Target destroyed.
Arslia. Arslia? Alright.
Target shield is offline.
Eeny, meeny, miny. You! Take care, Alicors. Have a good evening.
Commander. I'm picking up more than one enemy.
Have a
on
good
my
everything. I'm just gonna, well, see if we can't push the needle here a little bit. Yeah. Anything?
Enemy is down.
Nope, still 2%. Are you the... Okay, rematch. Attack my target.
Engaging target.
Target destroyed. Searching for further contact. We'll need to be careful here, Commander. I'm picking up more than one enemy on my
Got
scanner. Enemy is down.
Quantity has a quality all its own. Set 2-1.
Diverting power to requested system.
Attack mode.
Crew,
Yeah,
prepare for engagement.
I know. I was just hoping maybe there was something, but obviously not. Weapons.
Configuring for attack.
Suddenly? Oh. You're cool. Never mind.
Under attack.
Attack my target.
Weapons free. Engage the target.
Engaging target.
Well, Narvert Purple Power Solutions is federal allied, so when they decide they want to go to war with somebody, they call in the federal government.
Enemy is eliminated, Commander.
But we are a long way from the Federation. Then there's this clan. Attack my target.
Weapons free.
Point me at it, Commander. I'll do the rest. Enemy is down.
Okay, so there's a ship-launched fighter attacking me. Where's the mothership? Set 2-1.
Powering engines.
Attack my target.
Hostile is down.
Target destroyed.
Eliminate the threat.
Point me at it, Commander.
Attack
I'll
my
do the
target.
rest.
Engaging target.
Copy. Enemy sighted. Moving to engage.
Warning. Temperature critical.
Set 3-2.
Enemy is eliminated,
Configuring
Commander.
for attack.
Set 3-1.
Powering
Hostile
and
is
deploying
down.
weapons.
Weapons.
Diverting power to weapons.
We'll need to be careful here, Commander. I'm picking up more than one enemy on my scanner.
Take care, Mr. Supersonic. Thanks for stopping by, and have a good day. Right, don't shoot allies. They don't like it.
Hostile is down.
Attack my target.
Engaging target.
I hear you loud and clear. Moving to attack position.
Attack my target.
Enemy is down.
Eliminate the threat.
Point me at them, Commander.
that
I'll do the
2-1?
rest.
Transferring power to engines.
So much for that.
Enemy is eliminated, Commander.
T9 versus Battleconda. Ready.
We'll take it one at a
Fight!
time.
Weapons.
Power diverted to weapons.
Target shields offline.
Attack my target.
Weapons free. Engage
Point
the
me at them,
target.
Commander. I'll do the rest. Hostile is
Now,
down.
who's the other guy shooting me up with rail guns? Is that you? Come here, you.
Enemy has opened up. My ship is hit. Need assistance immediately. Hull breach on the fighter. It's gone, sir. Okay, powering up the SLF. Stand by, Commander. We'll need to be careful here, Commander. I'm picking up more than one enemy on my scanner. Ready and waiting, Commander. Enemy has opened up. My ship is hit. Need assistance immediately.
Attack mode.
Position for attack.
Responding to orders, Commander. Weapons engaged.
She sounds so sad to lose something so cheap. Well, maybe she's worried it's coming out of her paycheck. Spoiler alert, it's not. Well, maybe that would incentivize the AI pilots to, you know, not lose ships so much.
Enemy is down.
Maybe if you did a better job of not crashing, I would do a better job of not taking it out of your salary. But yeah, seriously, I mean, they're basically just 3D printing this thing. I've got a, you know,
My shields are out. I need to make evasive maneuvers.
I've got a
Commander.
hyper, you know,
We're off the
hyperspace,
fighter. It took too much
I
damage,
want to say
sir.
hyperspace comm node hooked up to Shapeways. Is that 1-3?
Reinforcing shields.
Wilco, Commander. Let's deploy this fighter. If you've got a problem with me, just say it, Commander. I don't appreciate being shot at.
And if I ever get my hands on the brain donor that designed the lower small weapons hard points on an Anaconda, I'm going to give him peace of my mind about having the field of fire go directly through the launch path of the fighter.
Target destroyed.
Ravenhawk, Moo, are you okay with me doing some giveaways here? I can send you a list of everything I'm planning on giving away. Send me a PM on that, and we can hash that out. I'll have to look over some stuff, but
Commander, request assistance. Hull critical. Repeat, hull critical.
I'm not saying no to it.
Almost out of the fight,
I
Commander.
just want to look over some stuff on that first.
Warning. Temperature critical. Target shields offline.
Set 2-1.
Diverting power to engines.
Roger that. Fighter is going live. We'll need to be careful here, Commander. I'm picking up more than one enemy on my scanner.
Attack my target.
Fighter is ready.
Weapons
Just tell me
free.
what to do.
Set 3-1.
Order confirmed.
Power
Engaging
to
target.
weapons.
I know, but it has to be done. I mean, that beautiful python is trying to shoot me down. Attack my target.
Weapons free. Engage
Copy.
the target.
Enemy sighted. Moving to engage.
And then there's this clown. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish,
Hostile
but
is down.
have some Bert. Well, that's interesting. He went cold by firing off a heatsink, but my turrets are still tracking. Attack my target.
Engaging target.
Copy. Enemy sighted. Moving to engage.
There, have your daily recommended allowance of vitamin lead.
Target destroyed. Searching for further contacts.
Set 2-1.
All power to engines.
Attack my target.
We'll need to be careful here, Commander. I'm picking up more than one enemy on my scanner.
Weapons free.
I hear you loud and clear. Moving to attack position.
Weapons.
All power to weapons.
Target shields offline.
You didn't need that power plant after all.
Enemy is down.
Attack my target.
Eliminate the threat.
Order confirmed. Engaging target.
Pew pew pew! Pew pew pew! Pew 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 pew! Screw this, eat tungsten. Cassia, where are you? You want to see a capital ship drop in? That'd be fun. You and I have very, very different definitions of fun. Okay, point. It would actually be pretty fun.
Multiple targets to choose from, Commander. We'll take them one at a time.
Under attack.
Speak for yourself. I've got my turrets on fire at will mode. I'll take you all on!
Enemy is down.
Starting with the idiot who thought it'd be good to bring a Type 9 into a combat zone. Well, it's fun because I'm not the one who has to fight it. Ah. Sense you make it. Sure, lasers are fun, but there's an unsung beauty in the roar of those sweet multi-cannons. I could not agree more.
Hostile is down.
Set 2-1.
Max engines.
Attack my target.
Eliminate the threat.
Point me at them, Commander. I'll do the rest.
Set 1-2.
Transferring power to shields.
Let's see if we can get a nose boot. Probably not, yeah. Off. Set 3-1.
Diverting power to weapons. Warning.
Federal Corvettes. A lot of firepower. The hull, well, that could stand a little bit of reinforcing. Set 1-2.
Power to shields.
Oop.
Enemy is eliminated, Commander.
Weapons. Attack my target.
Target shields.
Weapons.
Transferring power to weapons.
Attack my target.
Weapons free.
Copy. Enemy sighted. Moving to engage.
Bibbity bobbity boom.
Target destroyed.
Hostile is down.
Attack my target.
Weapons free. Engage
Point me
the
at them,
target.
Commander. I'll do the rest. Multiple targets to choose from, Commander. We'll take them one at a time.
Target shields under attack.
Oh, the Cassia lighting this guy up. And the turret's going. He's still having a hell of a day. Remember, I once dropped into a conflict zone without knowing what they were. I saw a bunch of ships firing at one ship and decided to join in. Mistake! Oh, I know of this mistake. Attack my target.
Engaging target.
Set 3-1.
Confirmed. Engaging
Transferring
target.
power to weapons.
Target shields. Under attack.
And goodbye. Recall the fighter.
Enemy is eliminated, Commander.
Set 1-2.
Automated retrieval
Divert
initiated,
power to
Commander.
shields.
Alright, thank you, Ravenhawk. I'll take a look at it after the cast.
Door opening.
Target shields offline.
It was in a Cobra 3, and boy, I did not last long.
We'll need to be careful here, Commander. I'm picking up more than one enemy on my scanner. Fighter successfully docked, Commander. Let's get out of here.
There's a disruptive mass? The hell's disrupting me at this range? Oh, nothing I could see. Okay, so how much did we make on this little... Double what we made last time? I decided to go with the small and medium guns on this as turreted lasers, beam and pulse, respectively. I used to have nothing but multi-cannons on this thing, and... well, it tore things up, but, you know, when you get into a turn fight with something small, it was just a pain in the butt. I didn't think you could get disrupted from ships equal to your own mass lock factor. I thought you could. But I didn't see anything of equal mass lock factor unless that federal gunship is a little bit heavier than I thought. Which, given the way a federal gunship handles, is not entirely out of the realm of possibility. Set 2-1.
Diverting power to requested system.
Yeah, the only thing with a mass lock factor of 23 is a Conda. That's what I thought. Well, let's face it, a federal gunship is not exactly nimble. If it were any more lumbering, you could clear-cut it from mahogany. Just a bit chubby. True, it can still dance. It just takes a little bit of, it's like a pet rock with teeth. Copy 3-9er. See, now I'm picturing somebody just hauling around a pet chain chomp. Gear down.
Deploying landing modules.
Welcome to the starport. Check the wide array of services we offer and enjoy your stay at our facilities.
Contact confirmed. Deactivated docking. Station facilities are at your disposal.
You don't have any more combat bonds to turn in, then you're wasting my time. Lady, I just turned in how much? People, always in such a hurry. Material farming can be boring, yes. Yes, it can. Whenever I get my condo, I imagine I'm going to have a fun time navigating stations. Yeah, they do not exactly turn on a dime. I mean, there are worse ships to navigate. The Type 9, the Type 10, even the Imperial Cutter in a lot of ways. I mean, it's fast in a straight line, but so's a freight train. Doesn't mean it can spin around really quick. And you gotta remember that when you exit the dock, you basically almost have to, you know, scrape the top of your head on the mail slot. And yeah, Vox did find a good place for pharmaceutical isolators. Listen to Vox. Vox is wise. Assassinate deserter. Donate to the cause. Donate to the cause. Just switching between private and solo at Dav's Hope. Ah, gotcha. Mine 24 units of hydrogen peroxide. The hell are you gonna do with 24 tons of hydrogen peroxide? Assassinate Jimmy Olsen? Hell no. I don't want Superman on my ass. Hostile ships. Wow, you people do not offer much, do you? Anything I can turn in here? I can't turn this stuff in at Narvert, so may as well turn in here. Clean a lot of ears. True. Maybe they should just make more foof. And I've plugged this site before, but there is a blog called Things I Won't Work With, written by a chemist. Well worth the read if you're of a scientific inclination, or a, you know, chemical horror show kind of inclination. Various things like dioxygen difluoride. POWs, hey! This could be a good way to transport people. This could be a good way to build up influence. Yeah. Okay, we're going to go back. We're going to grab the Outrunner. You're up.
Gear coming up.
Detachment confirmed to pass safely from the station.
Might be interested in trying BGS stuff, especially since you can basically do any type of activity as far as I know. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, you know, within reason. Yeah, exactly. Scraping the top. I mean, you gotta basically... If you aren't ducking in the pilot seat, then you're too low. And this thing is about as maneuverable as a Conda can get, because I stuck a grade 5 dirty drive tune on it.
Fuel scooping complete.
Python with G3s? Bet it moves, doesn't it? Definitely not bad, but I still suck at combat evasion. You mean in real space, or just dodging interdictions? Real space. Not sure what to say there. I mean, a Python's got a big rear end, and it makes a good target. Excuse me. Excuse me. Ugh. Suddenly really dried up. Yeah, a Python's just got a big rear end, and it's a real easy target for if you're running away. I am drinking water, believe me! Got a big old canteen of it right here. Looking forward to engineering my T9. It might boost to 280 when I'm done. Good luck with that, Vox. My T10. I mean, it couldn't go that fast if you threw it off a cliff. Well, maybe if you threw it off a cliff on, you know, back in R3.
This is the Flight Operations Department. Please comply with established docking procedures, Commander. Landing permitted. Adjust heading for approach to pad 09er.
Copy 09er. You're down.
Deploying landing
Speed
gear.
restrictions, Commander. Slow down.
Speed restrictions noted and ignored.
Landing successful. Dispatching ground crew.
Lights on.
Lights on.
This one should handle a little bit better than the Conda did. You're up.
Retracting landing
Shift
modules.
released. Restrict speed until clear of the station perimeter.
And then some inconsiderate sod put a planet in the way. Look, the faster I'm out of the station perimeter, the shorter amount of time there's risk of collision. Simple logic. My speed was restricted. I restricted it to below 500 meters per second. And for those fuel rats who may be watching and going, why don't you have a scoop? Well, mostly because flying in between this local group here is... I mean, Narvert's 4.4 light years away. Anything that I go more, you know, any real distance, yeah, I put a scoop on. But just for these local runs, eh. Ludwig von Kielbach. Anything fun here? Convoy dispersal. In other words, no. No, I've learned the fuel scoop. The necessity. Though a funny story for any new rats. Good friend, Commander Jera Heavensrun. And I was telling them, you know, you got attacked by Hans Gruber last time, had to roleplay as John McClane. Nice. So, yeah, Commander Heavensrun. Very enthusiastic explorer, very good. Best Christmas movie ever. So, yeah. Heavensrun is flying in a Cobra 3. And just complaining to me, it takes forever to fuel up. I mean, you could time the refueling process with a calendar. This sucks. I don't see why people do this for fun. I said, well, did you stick a Class 4 fuel scoop on? And the response, oh, that tortured wail. They come in bigger sizes? Yes, poor Commander Heaven's Run. It equipped a Class 2A fuel scoop on their Cobra 3. And gotten out to 10,000 light years beyond the bubble.
Delacey, Kilo, Yankee, Lima, you may access this station by submitting a prior request. Docking request approved. Plot route for approach to landing pad 3-5.
Copy, Tower 3-5. Gear down.
The gear is down and locked.
Docking bay access. Keep the airlock clear at all times.
Touchdown. Ground crew dispatched. Enjoy
Nightbot, are you spamming? Nightbot, you seem to be spamming a bit, and I'm not sure I appreciate it. Don't make me have another conversation with you with a logic probe.
This facility offers a range of services.
Well, fortunately, Vox, I was able to direct them towards... They were only like 4,000 light years away from a way station out in the Eagle Nebula sector. Which helped a bit. And then they turned in all that exploration data and promptly got themselves an ASP Explorer and a Class 5 scoop. And now every time I talk to them, they're like, exploration, woo!
Updated. Remember to visit every time you pass through the system.
Okay, high influence. 1,000,000 credits for 219 light seconds? Must be a trick.
This is a message to all commanders. Please, reduce your speed when maneuvering your ship.
Well, 6C scoop on a Python ain't bad either. Start running into that region where, you know, it's more the numerical size than the letter rating. Nothing too interesting there. Alright, well, million-ish credits.
Security surveillance is in effect at the facility at all times. Any acts of aggression will be met with an appropriate response.
You're up.
Gear coming up.
Disengaged from landing pad. Regulate your speed until free of station perimeter.
Initiate jump sequence on my mark.
Okay.
Mark.
Hyperspace jump engaging.
You are now clear of station perimeter. We hope you have a safe journey.
Gretel, exploration is rarely looked upon as a money-making activity, but I started the game fairly recently and got myself a Python Anaconda through exploration. Yeah, exploration really does get overlooked. Having fun with Eli. Just a glorious little troll, isn't he? Okay, I'm either really close. This is larger than average star. System map.
System cartography.
Let's see here. 1.1 solar masses, 1.1 solar radii. Alright, I was just really close. Eli, Orion, and Astra on your ship? Wow. I have enough trouble just getting Alex to, you know, work around with Alex. Not that she's difficult, but I'm crap. Singularity is fun. I've heard that, and I really, really want to try it out. Just got to budget it up. Technically, you can still use the Singularity profile with one voice pack, but there's not a lot of benefit, obviously. Huh. Alright. No, not a lot of benefit, but good practice and maybe, you know, seeing how responses will work. But man, don't Eli and Orion go at each other from time to time? I think Eli goes at everybody. You know, on account of being kind of a dick. Well, here we are at Emshwoon. Ermagerd Inheritance. Request docking?
Request done.
Lacey Kilo Yankee Lima, please check your speed on approach to this facility. Access authorized.
Gear down.
Clear to land at Dr.
Down
Bay
and
06.
locked.
Yeah, now if I can just get the ship to stop bouncing around here as I go nose down. That's the problem. The retro thrusters are just not good enough at holding your attitude when you're nose down.
Ship is on the ground. Perform landing checklist. It's good to have you with us, Commander.
Alright, everybody off my boat.
Incoming message.
Landing locks are off.
Gear up.
You may climb to a safe
Landing
altitude.
gear raised.
Galaxy map.
Galaxy map.
And no, we aren't. It's not coming over the horizon anytime soon, so... Orbital climb out. Go for jump.
Preparing for jump. Adjusting for jump. Frameshift now engaged.
Been doing passenger runs from Narvert to Harang for the past few days. It's a good payout. Did they de-nerf
Exit
it?
destination confirmed. Arrival in 5, 4...
Because if they de-nerfed it, hallelujah.
1. Completing system scan. Stand by. Gathering information. Cartography has now been updated.
It used to be a Python would get you, loaded up with economy class passenger compartments. A Python could get you... They slightly de-nerfed it, alright. Because it used to be a Python running all economy class passenger cabins. That could net you 40 million easy. Well, let's switch back the elite track to mission mode. Go. Yeah, Brera base is 200,000 light seconds out. That's why. 6 to 9 million per run? Oh, during the heyday, you'd make between 30 and 40 million per run in a Python. If you loaded up an Imperial cutter, it was licensed to print money. A couple of people in the group managed to get their hands on a Conda after, a few days of just running back and forth on those passenger runs. Yeah, I'm sorry you missed out on that, because... Whoa. Well, I'm sure there's going to be, you'll be around for the next big, huge payout. The next big thing in terms of money making. And we are coming in too hot. Damn this star. It's kind of what screws up the approach a lot of the time, because you've got a brown dwarf star right here. And you don't... It doesn't slow you down. You don't run a normal approach. Had a yellow Conda called the Magic School Bus. Nice. Oh, also, if you need good materials, you might want to consider running evacuation missions for the stations. I don't know if they have pharmaceutical isolators specifically, but they do give you a lot of good data. Did that in a T6 back with that community goal. Falcon to Lacey, Kilo Yankee Lima, request docking clearance.
Docking request code sent. Stand by. Accepted. You may now proceed.
Atlantic. Plot route for approach to landing pad 07.
Copy 07. You're down.
The gear is down and locked.
We're here. Get out.
This facility offers a range of services.
Actually, I've been on flights that landed like that.
Station facilities are at your disposal.
One of the worst landings I ever made. It was an attempt to try a flight assist off landing with this turn, flip, kind of fancy back in an outpost, and I got the orientation right, but I didn't get the velocities right. Ended up setting down on the pad at 150 meters per second vertical speed in a Cobra 3. As one of the witnesses to this act said, "Holy crap, how long have you been flying for United?" I actually stuck the landing, though, which was, you know, a nice consolation prize. "17 refugees to Narvert. 14 POWs to Brera Base in Harang. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Not for that. Anybody else want to go to Narvert? Anybody? Anything? Assassinate, 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 and donate. Nope. Sure, I hit the ground at 300 meters per second, but I hit the target dead center. Isn't that the motto of SpaceX?
We will be forced to respond to aggressive actions.
Gear up.
Retracting landing.
And all smartassery aside, props to SpaceX for, well, everything. Though a friendly reminder, if you shoot your Tesla into space, it does tend to depreciate quickly. Slammed a T6 into a planet at 100 meters per second shieldless once. Yeah. Yeah, well, like that link posted up above, and I wouldn't recommend this. Smacking a T10 into Achenar 3.
You are now clear of station perimeter. Goodbye, Commander.
Live stream last week was my biggest space boner yet. What was I just telling somebody else about personal erotica sites? But yeah, it was... Holy crap. Anytime I try to describe it, I mean, I still... I don't know, I still get all and wave my hands around like, you know, did you see that? Looking at the videos of the coordinated landing. That's what Fark.com is for. Ah, we have another Farker here. In the video of the launch with... Oh, that sounds fun. I've not. Budman, that's the most valuable Tesla ever if you can get it back. Well, only if you can get it back quickly. Radiation is going to break down the carbon fiber bonds pretty quick. All the organics and, yeah, I mean, anything that has a carbon-based bond is going to break pretty quickly. Pretty soon you're just going to be left with, you know, the metal. You're going to have a cloud of loosely associated Tesla parts, kind of following the same orbit. And thank you, Gretel. I'll take a look at that afterwards. What was somebody saying? Elon Musk actually pulled off the perfect murder. He killed somebody, stuffed him into the spacesuit, and launched him into space. By the way, I don't believe that. I just find it real. Let's see here. If I remember right, something like 2.5 Gs here on this planet, so... and this is a colony? This is a mining colony? Poor workers. Wait a minute. Thought I had a better approach than that. Well, take two. This is probably coming in way too steep, so... see what we can do about fixing that a little bit. Here I go talking with chat, and I end up totally botching this landing approach. That's a better angle. That's the angle I was looking for. Focus. Patience. Yeah, that... Patience. Yeah, how long is that going to take? But no, speaking of the Falcon rocket's landing, that's the first time I've heard really, really high quality audio and seen the landing like that. And I'd not noticed the triple sonic booms before. The last time I heard a triple sonic boom with anything, a DeLorean showed up from 1985. Well, it was 6 sonic booms with the, with the dual boosters landing. Usually it's 3 sonic booms per booster. Unless I'm missing something. No. There we go. You're down?
Down and locked.
Terrain alert. Climb immediately.
Alright, we're here. Missed it by that much.
Contact. Thrusters offline. Deploying ground services.
I'm reminded of what Christopher Titus said. He was a bit of a wild teenager, and he woke up to his dad standing over him, looking like the burning bush. "Excuse me. Maybe you can tell me why the car is parked at such an odd angle. On the porch. Across the street."
Incoming message.
Wants to go to Carbon Star Close and collect data. That's 5.3 million. I'm not going there, but it's neat. Big missions from Autocracy if you paid me. Oh wait, they are. Harvard Free, Civil War. That helps out the social hip 5881 Left Party. Spectrum Organization, no. No. Oh, Gretel, thank you so much for the 1,000 bits. Tip the driver for better landings. Look, you. The gang of Hip 5881, nope. Very... Wongariteri, that's the one. You going? Heaviside survey? Oh, Budman, we were in the path when the SR-71 made the run to retirement. Now that would be a hell of a thing to behold. Or be here. Okay, and medical professionals to Eisenstein. Oh, this will help him out a bit. Gear up.
Landing gear up.
Complete. Climb to exit altitude.
I remember driving with my... Oh, hang on. Gretel, speaking of the SR-71, ever heard that story about the LA speed check? I love that story. It was at that moment I heard the radio click on, and I knew that me and Walt had gelled as a team. No, I remember riding with my family road tripping out to California on Interstate 80. Driving through apparently the one, you know, oh, that, yeah, the one hill in Nebraska. Nebraska, Kansas. I can't even remember 80 anywhere. Let's see here. Where does I-80 go? I-80 goes across Nebraska. Alright, so I'm not crazy. No, my family was driving behind the one hill in Nebraska, and out of nowhere at low level, out comes a B-52. Apparently just wanted to screw with people on the highway because, well, it worked. Hair trigger, excuse me? Nebraska has more than one hill. Lies. Lies perpetrated by the Nebraska Chamber of Commerce, the tourism board. I live out there. Poor man. All the flatness got into your brain. Crap like that can happen out in the Utah desert. C-130s, F-16s, even F-35s. Must restrain smartassery. Hair trigger, there's more to the world than Starbucks and hipsters. I know, I grew up in Iowa. There's also flatness and cattle. Corn. Okay, I will concede the point. There is more than one hill. Damn it. Hydration, important. Try to do it before you need it. I will concede there is more than one hill in Nebraska. I am not entirely sure about Kansas, though. And don't even talk to me about South Dakota. Good grief, the state tree is a telephone pole, and signs for wall drugs start out somewhere around the Oort cloud. Hair trigger, have you ever been to the northwest corner of Nebraska? I have. Beautiful country out there, actually. You have to understand, I'm being a smartass. And you're being overly defensive. Well, as long as we understand each other. But no, seriously, it's beautiful country out there. I mean, any landscape has its own type of beauty if you want to know what you're looking for. Or if you know what you're looking for, I should say. Montana. It's got that flat portion in the middle that's, they call it the high country, and they're not wrong. You'd be driving down I-90 and suddenly you see a thunderstorm coming down the opposite lane. Gretel, more like a tornado. Well, it's not inaccurate. Kind of funny in a not exactly ha-ha, more of a oh god kind of way. I have friends in Oklahoma City. You gotta kind of wonder. I mean, on the one hand, it makes sense that the National Severe Storms Laboratory has a place out in Moore, but the place has taken, what, 2, 3 solid hits from a tornado in the past 20 years?
DeLacy, Kilo Yankee Lima. Please submit a landing request on approach, Commander. Access granted. Cleared for landing on pad 09er.
Oh, absolutely. Wall clouds can be terrifying. Oop. Gear down.
Landing gear deployed.
That's better.
Scan detected.
Use the main engines as retro thrusters.
Incoming mission critical message.
Oh, now what?
Your kind words are appreciated!
Confirmed contact. Engaging
Ravenhawk Gaming, thank you so much for the $5. Enjoyed your streams for the last few weeks. Giving me so much helpful info for a commander getting back into the seat. Have a beer or two, depending on the price on me. Well, thank you very much. I may just do that. Let's see here. Delivery. $99,000 credits. Eh. Hype and love in the chat, please. That's right. Thank you for reminding me of that, Gretel. But yeah, some hype and love for Ravenhawk Gaming there. I learned it by watching Moo. That is... I may be stealing that. That would almost make a good tagline. Almost. That really would make a good tagline. I like that. I'm taking that. Mine! Mine, mine, mine!
Incoming message.
Also, speaking of mine, 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 has anybody seen the Learn to Read Star Trek book? I mean, it's a spoof, but it was going around the internet for a while, a couple years back. It basically looked like a golden book for helping children read, and it was based on Star Trek, so... No. Khan wants to take over the Enterprise. Mine, mine, mine! Khan wants to take over the universe. Mine, mine, mine! Khan is not a morning person. You're up.
Lots are off. You may
Gear
leave
up.
when ready.
Three people beam down to a planet. 3 people wearing 3 different colors. Blue, gold, red. 2 people beam back up from the planet. Blue and gold. Ensign Ricky will be missed.
You have now left the port perimeter.
Ricky knew what he signed up for. That SOB knows what he did. Gretel, holy hell, engineering my Conda's FSD right now went from 25 to 51 light years with a great roll. Nice! Is that... What grade is that? Was that a full-on grade 5, or...
Delay, Kilo, Yankee, Lima. Permission is required before docking procedures can begin, Commander. Approval granted. Land on designated pad number 23.
That's rather spectacular. Yeah, lightweight sensors is the next big thing. You're down?
Down and locked.
Suddenly, Screaming Raven.
Slow down and maintain a reasonable distance from other ships inside this tunnel.
Who is that with? Let me check Inara real quick.
Touchdown. Deactivating docking systems. Welcome to the station,
Fuel
Commander.
scoop. Let's see. Core internals, sensors, lightweight. Oh, who can do that? Grade 5 lightweight sensors can be Lei Chung, Yuri Ishmak, Tiana Fortune, Bill Turner, and Lori Jameson. So you're spoiled for choice. Ravenhawk, my cat just walked on my keyboard. Look, don't be giving Hank any ideas here.
Incoming message.
Okay, Freedom Party, what else? 6 prisoners of war, sightseeing adventure, 3 refugees. Well, it's influence boost, so why not? Tildeman Dock and Brule Landing. Alright, well. See if I can't drop those off in a better place. A little bit more profit, maybe. I have but 1 engineer unlocked. Hair Trigger, only 2 engineers unlocked. You're up.
Released to pass safely from the station.
And yes, one of these days I actually need to go and drop off a few, you know, load of explosives on top of Marco Quent's base. I was thinking I'd just drop off bio-waste, but then, you know what, I realized he knows what he did. Jump on my mark?
Okay.
Mark.
Preparing for jump.
You've now exceeded the no fire zone. Have a good flight, Commander.
Hyperspace, checking systems now. Complete. Temperatures are at an acceptable level.
Yeah, Conda sensors
Completing
weigh like
system
64
scan
tons.
cartography.
Yeah, it's the second biggest biggest adjustment you can make for boosting your jump range. Air Trigger been playing since the PS4 launch. Nice. Greta only been playing for about 3 months. Well, welcome to the crew, of course. Ravenhawk, she has no sense of personal space, even has a bed next to me because of it. 3-month-old calico Bengal cross. Aw. I've got a Hank. It's kind of like a Hulk, except fuzzier. Little guy's learned how to, well, I've got a 10-pound weight that I stick in front of the closet door so that he, doesn't get in the closet. No, he's learned how to drag that out of the way. So, basically, I've just been, you know, weight training my cat. Gretel pretty much made all my money exploring after having seen some of your streams, learned how to identify planets through the hologram or the sound. I'm glad to hear it. I only learned about those techniques relatively recently, so glad that others are already starting to get some mileage out of it. I thought I was a latecomer to the technique. Well, I am a latecomer to the technique, but I'm glad that being able to get the information out has helped others. Made 400 million on one trip. Holy damn. System map.
System map.
You must have been out there for a while to get 400 million. Hats off to you. I can give you a quick rundown on it here, Ravenhawk. Basically, if you turn up the volume on your headset, if you're wearing headphones, and you run your... If you're in the system map and you find what you think is an Earth-like world, if you hear birds chirping, it's an Earth-like world. If you hear water bubbling, it's a water world. Air Trigger, I'm not sure you're aware of the impact you've made to the community. I'm... the biggest impact I thought I made was, you know, hacking R3 at Mach, oh my god. Out for about a month in the 37 light-year Asp Explorer, went to SAG-A, checked out the Throep sector for uncharted black holes. Ha-ha! Boy, that's just a great big pile of cash waiting, isn't it? Learned it from Moo. Alright, yeah, that's gonna have to become the new official stream motto or something. Oh dear. I've got a motto. It's all spinning out of control. Copy 07. Oh good, I'm not carrying any rich tourists with me. We all know how that goes. Gear down.
Deploying gear.
Scan detected.
Landing successful. Docking restraints engaged. Our population is in dire need of aid, Commander. We would welcome any donations you could give.
Holy crap, what have I fallen into? Outbreak and Civil War. Oh, you guys are just... Current state, famine. Pending state, outbreak and Civil War. You poor SOBs. Budman, a motto? What's a motto? I don't know. What's a motto you? Put down the Harangue Gold Pirates pirates. Wouldn't those be the guys that attacked the Harangue Gold Pirates? Just, you know, throwing that out there. Yes, Ravenhawk, you get a whole lot more money for Earth-like worlds. Let me find, there is a chart of planetary holograms. Here, this up. Here's a chart of what the holograms look like when you have a planet selected, and also how much each one is worth. Here you go. This is the dashboard reference chart for planetary holograms. That way you don't have to listen in. You don't have to crank up the volume. And yes, Gretel, that chart doesn't even take into account the first discovery bonus. And for anybody watching the YouTube stream later on, all you have to do is do a Google image search for Elite Dangerous Dashboard Planet Hologram. And if you check on the Google image search, it should pull up one of the first links. And then you can see what I'm talking about here. Really terraformable anything. Terraformable usually adds on another 200 grand right there. You're up.
Retracting landing module.
Clear for ascent.
That technique got me my elite exploration rank 2 months into the game. Obviously, it's time to rehydrate if I'm stumbling over exploration.
You are now beyond the port perimeter.
And again, exploration is just stumbling over stuff nobody else has found. Yeah, all it costs is fuel and time. You can be as relaxing or as frantic as you want. And by that I mean you can either go out and go, need to get this, need to get this, need to get this, which is a really easy way to burn yourself out real quick on exploration. Rumor was right. Good job I found you first. Oh boy. We've got a friend. Ava Mae Dickinson. Ravenhawk, oh my god, my cat just switched off my PC. Now, you should really have words with that cat. There we go, Federal gunship with a powerful limbo.
Identifying threat.
Red alert.
Awaiting orders. Red alert. Deploying and readying weapons. Attack protocol Alpha.
Engines.
Diverting power to requested system.
Set 1-3.
All power to shields.
Engines.
Power to engines.
Set 2-1.
Powering engines.
Secure from red alert. Retract hardpoints.
Retracting armaments.
Triple efficient Class 3 gimbaled beam lasers. And dual Class 2 double-shot corrosive frag cannons. What does Red Alert do? Well, it automatically deployed my guns and put me into a weapon focus with system secondary power mode. And we're going to overshoot this unless I get really... Yep, we're overshooting. Yeah, it's kind of like they walk face first into a sandblaster. Now we'll come in on the opposite side of the station. I'm really thinking maybe I should drop one of the Class 3 beams and turn on another... put in another frag cannon. Non-corrosive, just, you know, Class 3.
Please comply with flight regulations as you approach the station, Commander.
Falcon to Lacey, Kilo Yankee Lima, request docking clearance.
Docking request confirmed. Landing pad allocation received.
Thank you very much.
Set down on landing pad 1-1.
Copy 1-1.
Scan detected.
I'm not carrying anything. Bugger off.
Scan detected.
You're down.
Deploying landing gear.
That's the technique I use for flight assist off landing. Just, you know, make an approach on the station and see if you can get lined up with the dock without going out of control.
For more information, Commander.
In order to maintain smooth traffic flow, please follow standard operating procedures and request docking permission before entering the starport.
Incoming message.
Fuel, restock, reimbursement for ammo. Ravenhawk had just put an image of the guilty party on the Discord. Bad positioning of the power button right on top of where her left foot is. Doe! Huh, was find here. Or what for?
Incoming message.
Well, not a major deal now. Fabric insulation. Some more cash here. Budman, is it just me or have the Kamikaze System Authority been toned down a bit?
Flight controllers are in operation at this
I'm not sure. I mean, it might depend, too, on whether or not...
and flight safety.
Carrying tons. It may depend on what your standing is with system security. Yeah, they're a little... They're still a little iffy on their flight control techniques. And by iffy, I mean... insane. Anyway. We're landed. We're safe. We didn't get rammed. We didn't get hijacked. Made a decent amount of coin off that guy, too. Dropped off our passengers. The hold is empty. The cabins are empty. I'm going to call that a good day. Thanks for everybody coming out, chatting. If you want, we've got a Discord server as well. Let's see here. Aha, there we go. Got a link to the Discord there, and if you're watching later, come on out to my channel and just type !Discord into my chat box, and it should throw it right up. Not a private message, but just in the chat window itself. In the meantime, I will be back tomorrow, usual time, usual place. What do we do then? Hell if I know, but we'll figure it out together. Fly safe. If you can't fly safe, fly dangerous. If you can't fly safe or fly dangerous, then hijacking a ship whose front end is made out of guns is not for you. Take care, everybody. I will see you again tomorrow. Have a good day. Goodbye.
Docking bay access is bi-directional. Please use the designated lanes when entering and exiting the station. To ensure safety within the station, people